Hey everyone, it's Jilly. Today we'll be making cookies and cream cupcakes, or we can call them Oreo cupcakes. I'll make up my mind before the end of the video, but for now, let's get started. You're going to need some softened butter, unsalted softened butter. Cream that until nice and creamy. Add the sugar. I started with the white sugar. You're going to need both white and brown sugar for this recipe. You want to melt some milk chocolate and then add it to the butter mixture. Make sure to let the chocolate cool a bit before adding it to the butter because you don't want the butter to melt before it hits the oven. These chocolate cupcakes are super chocolatey. That's a good thing for me. It might not be for some, so do keep that in mind. I sifted some unsweetened cocoa powder, then threw it in there. Add 2 eggs, and of course the exact measurements and written instructions can be found on my website, cookedbyjulie.com. Add some sour cream. That will help make these super moist. Do not skip out on that sour cream. I beg you, don't do it. All right, this looks like dirt at the moment, but no worries. It will turn into a delicious batter. And no, I am not a salesperson. Go ahead and add the dry ingredients, which include the flour, salt, baking powder, baking soda. Pour in the buttermilk. I mean, you saw what went in these. Melted chocolate, sour cream, buttermilk, 2 different sugars. How can these not be good? Oh, and some crushed up Oreos too. I left the Oreos a little chunky, but you can pulse them in a food processor until really fine. Batter is looking good. Bad. I just thought of baseball for some reason. Any of you played softball in high school? My childhood summer days were the absolute best. I wish I could be a kid again, but with a car and no curfew. Sounds good. All right, so this recipe makes about 12 cupcakes. I like to fill them about 3/4 of the way up, a little more. You then want to bake these in a preheated oven at 350 degrees for about 15 to 18 minutes or until they're done. And I showed a photo of these cupcakes on my Instagram page last night. If you don't follow me on Instagram, what are you waiting for? Just kidding. All right, let's make the frosting. So you'll need some butter and cream cheese. If you don't like cream cheese frosting, you can make a buttercream frosting instead and just omit the cream cheese. Go ahead and mix the cream cheese and butter until nice and smooth. Then add the powdered sugar. You then want to mix on high speed, pour a little milk to make it nice and fluffy, and then add the crushed Oreos. And you want to mix this on high speed for about 2 to 3 minutes. The frosting tasted amazing. If you own a bakery, add this to the menu like now. Make sure the cupcakes are completely cooled before frosting and then frost away. Now if you want to use a star tip, make sure to crush the Oreos really fine. I originally wanted to use a star tip. An Oreo chunk got stuck. I lost my patience and just snipped the bottom of my pastry bag and frosted them like so. I always start in the center, but you may frost however you normally do. You can even use a butter knife like my mom does. She is the worst froster in history. It's quite hilarious. Not saying I'm great, but I try. You'll see these cupcakes bake perfectly. They don't fall apart. They rise beautifully. They're just perfect and delicious. I really hope you guys give these a try. Wanted to show you what they look like on the inside. Just a chocolate cupcake. But definitely give these a try. And I want to thank you all so much for watching. Oh no!